Hey guys, what's up? It's me MaxHacker11 and today we're going to do a tutorial on the inventory or the weapon inventory or however you wanna call it. So let's get right into it. I showed you how it should look like in the previous tutorial. Of course, in the future we will always update it so it won't look this simple and it won't only have swords, of course. So the first thing you have to do is find your object health draw. For me it's in the controls right here. Duplicate it and just rename it to object underscore sword draw. And now change this to global.sword and change this value to 0 and don't check this, just click OK. Then go to the draw event and go to the first one. Now in here you want to type in sword also, global.sword, and then you want to change this to the parameters you want it. So I want it 53 by 39 and I want it 39 here, and just change this health to swords. Okay, that's better. Swords, and click OK. Now click OK and just place it in your scene and let's check it out how it looks like. So you will have to play around with those just place it anywhere you want. You will have to play around with those parameters. I don't know if that's how they're called. Okay, let's play. So as you can see, I already write it down mine, so I get it perfect the first time. So it's sword 0. And now we're going to do the collision with object sword. It will give us one sword and stuff like that. So let's do that right now. So let's go to object player and make a collision. Oh, actually we already have a collision with object sword. And now what you have to do is go to control and set global.sword to +1 actually, and make it relative and click OK. So it should give us +1 sword, and let's test that out. It should work, but let's just test it out for safety. So we have 0, we touch it, we get 1 sword. Okay, now what we want to do is when we're object player sword, so go to object player sword, and we wanna, when we press GK, we want it to go to control and set the variable global.sword to -1 relative, I think. And yeah, that should be it, and it will change to object player. And what we also want is that when we press, actually just take the keyboard, when we press the 0 key, he will change into object player. So yeah, that's all I think. Now go to object player, and what we want here is when we press the 1 key, he will change into object player sword. Yes. So yeah, let's test it out. I'm not sure if this is how I want it to work, but let's test it out. So okay, So yeah, I forgot. So we can already change into object player sword even though we have 0 swords. So to fix that, go to object player without the sword, and when we press the 1 key, we want it to actually test or check the variable global that sword. If it's equal to 0, and just copy and paste that, paste it, and just change this equal to smaller, maybe, or just delete it for now. So if global that sword is equal to 0, it will show us a message called slot 1 is empty. Okay, and else if global that sword is, let me just check, if it's larger than 0, then we will change into object player sword. Okay, now let's test it out. Okay, so we have 0 swords. We press the key 1 key, slot 1 is empty, and we don't change into the object player sword. If we go up to the sword, we pick it up, we get 1 sword, we go back to the player, we press 1, we 0 1 0 1 0 1, so we can change through those things. And as you can see, the health doesn't change either. That's the bug fix in the previous tutorial. I'll just show you right now. So we have 84 health. We change into object without sword, with sword, without sword, with sword, without sword, with sword, and stuff like that. So yeah, we fixed that, and so we got a nice game going on right here. So I think this will be a good game when it's finished. So yeah, that's it for today, I think. So see you next time, guys, with the next tutorial. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, MaxHacker11, and before I end this video, I wanted to show you a little bug I found out. So if we place 2 swords in the scene, this is what happens. I will show you a fix also. So we go to the first sword. Okay, everything is normal. Now if we go with this player with sword to this sword, nothing happens. We change to object player normal, we touch it, we get 2 swords. Now I don't like this. I actually want the player to have only 1 sword in this game. So you can play around with it and make it like 2 swords or more, but I only want him to have 1 sword. And now I will show you how to fix this. Okay, so also what happens is when you press 0, you change into the normal player, and when you press 1, it won't change into the other player, so with the sword. So what we have to do is this: go to object player, and let me just maximize this, object sword, and now what you have to do is make a check if global dot sword is equal to 0. So if if we have 0 swords, then it will give us +1 sword, and else if we have that sword, global dot sword, if we have more than 0, then it will just show us this message: you already have that item. So now let's hit OK and let's test the game. It should work. So when we press 1, we have slot 1 is empty. We pick it up. We can change. We go to the sword. Nothing happens. We change to the normal one. We touch it. You already have that item. The only thing is that it destroys the item, but that's a good thing because it will infinitely show us the same message. Okay, so yeah, I like it this way, and see you guys in the next tutorial. Bye.